Okay, so we are at the Düsseldorf Boat Show 2024 and I'm super excited because we have, Dan, the first ever Fairline Targa 40. When I say first ever, there was one before, but this is the new Targa 40. So I'm not going to waffle, we're going to jump straight on board. Okay, before we jump on board, I want to show you a couple of details from the outside. The first one is, look how big that window is, Dan. That window is huge. Do you like it? Yeah. It's massive. The other thing I want to show you, look at the thickness of that balcony. Now we're going to jump up there in a second, but that is a big balcony. Listen to these noisy. What's he doing? Noisy. Right, the other thing I want to show you, if you just come back a little bit, the deck lights up here, Dan, you see they're all in lovely blue neon. I just love the glass, and if you come over here, look at that following right through. Oh mate, you missed a bit there. You missed a bit there, mate. Right, let's jump on. Let's jump on board. Oh Dan, look at the Targa 40 lit up at the front. Is that a bit of you?
It certainly is.
Right, let's jump on board. Let's jump on board.
It's fine, mate.
Oi, faster, mate. Sorry, yeah. Go a bit faster, will ya? Bloody thing. Okay, so we're on the platform actually, and the point I want to get across in this video is how big this 40-footer is. Now remember, I'm big. Why are you laughing? So come on board, follow me here. Now, everything on this boat is like super yacht quality, but distilled down to 40 feet. So, let me show you the cockpit.
No, you're not allowed on.
What do you think of my music, Dan?
I think you can turn it down a bit.
Yeah, hasn't he?
Where do we start?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Let's start with my socks. I can talk about socks.
Yeah, socks are good. Yeah, go on.
I've got my Rolling Stones on.
Yep.
Because this is how famous this boat is going to be. It's going to be Rolling Stone legendary standard. In fact, yeah, I'll come back to that.
One thing at a time. Come on, James, you're too excited. Just do one thing.
I'm so excited. Oh. Right, first things first. Look at the size of this cockpit. We've got a huge fold-down balcony, which just gives you this massive amount of space. I mean, I'm trying to think of a boat that is similar to it, but I can't. It's even bigger than the old Targa 64 cockpits. So it's mind-boggling. Let's start with the seats, because I know how they work. So you've got a nice seat here. It's nice, isn't it?
Very nice, yeah.
Then I can pull this button here. The little button there's here.
Yep.
Put that down. And then I can make it into a sunbed, Dan, look. So nice.
Very nice.
And then, I think I can pull this one up. That's it.
Oh, lower recliner.
Oh, and it stops at any point. And I can have a little seat here, Dan, look.
On your balcony?
Yeah, and if you go there, look. I've got a little balcony where I can look out to sea. But instead I'm looking at the Sunseeker Ocean 182, which is not as nice as this.
No, it's probably a lot more expensive.
It's a lot more expensive. By the way, talking about price, I'm going to tease you all, and I'm not going to tell you the price of this boat because it's absolutely stunning, and I think you need to see it, and then I'll tell you the price. So we're here for the next 10 days to the 28th of January. Okay, so we're back on the balcony. I've calmed down a bit, Dan, and now I'm going to speak in a normal manner. There's nothing wrong with being excited. This balcony hydraulically lifts up and comes up here in line with this. It also gives you this other passageway where you can walk off the transom. And what I like, you've got one access, two access, right Dean? And the third access. So you can get on this boat three different ways. This is a high-low platform. It's only a little small one, but it's for swimming. And then, what do you think's under there?
storage.
No. This, they have thought of everything. It's even got, I won't open it fully up, but it's got, it's a little garage with a Zodiac inflatable, and it's got a little outboard on the back, electric outboard on the back. So, we're going to show you these lights here. What do you think of the lights, Miles?
The mood lighting?
Yeah, I like your hat, by the way. I like your hat.
No. Well, it's a bit bloody cool.
Shut that door. Look at that door, Dan. Look.
That door has been open for 2 weeks.
Has it?
It's been snowing.
Has it?
Oh, mate.
Dan, come look at these lights. So if you look down the deck there, and we'll show you the foredeck in a minute, but that deck light is just so beautiful. And it reflects up to the glass here and the rails, and it all reflects. I just think it looks really nice.
Very pretty.
So the other thing I wanted to show you is the port side has a little sunbed too. So let's move these little cushions, and you pull the little button out, and then you've got another sunbed. It's nice, isn't it? Got a twin sunbed.
Very nice.
So it's nice. So I like that.
Obviously, we'll go slightly lower.
Yeah, it will go lower if you put the table out of the way. And look at this width here. It's big. It's over 2 of my feet wide. So we've got the standard Fairline table, which folds away behind the seat as normal, but they've gone to an extra level of detail. We've got stainless inserts. We've kind of got like a marble effect. These are for your bottles of drink. I think it folds as well. Yeah, look, it folds down. That's all stainless steel. Actually, I don't think it is stainless steel, but it looks like stainless steel. And isn't that just beautiful? Okay, so it's got some really nice design cues on this boat too. So we've kind of got these little winglets which kind of protrude into the cockpit, which give this lovely Targa style finish. And then we move on to the barbecue, which, like all new Fairlines, like the new Squadron 58 and the Phantom 65, we have the fluted cupboards, which I really like. And let's see what we've got in there, Dan. Got a little bin. We've got a fridge. And this one surprised me. You've got a little kind of holder there for drinks. And then you've also got another one here for all the fuel stopcocks. And also I like this little diddy widdy for keys and stuff there. Yeah. So I like that too. And then of course you've got the sink and the barbecue, which all looks very nice. Oh, by the way, Dan, this is gel coat. So if you scratch it, we can repair it. Okay, so moving forward to the helm position, we've got this lovely seating to port with lovely details with backlit, that's a grab rail actually, cup holders as you'd expect, a really big storage cabin underneath the seat, twin helm seats with the fold up step like the Targa 47 that used to have. Do you remember? The little fold up step. And then we've got the shout window. Now what I like about this shout window is it's manual. So I just pull that handle there. By the way, the show opens in a few hours, so that's why people are milling around. So we'll just shout out this window here. Alright, get the fenders in! So that works well. And do you know what else I like, Dan?
Go on.
There's one on that side.
A
Double shout window.
Wow.
The dashboard is absolutely stunning. And I've got one of those new BMW 3 Series, and I love this little bit here. It's like my 3 Series. Have you got it on your BM?
No, mine's slightly older.
Is yours slightly older? And then you've got the plotters there. You can have one or you can have two. And then we've got the proportional thruster. And this showboat has the joystick, but I wouldn't bother with that because you can drive it with ease. So what do we say, Dan? People who can.
What do you say?
Oh, sorry, what do I say? People who can drive use these. People who can't drive use that. And actually, look at the visibility, Dan. Look. It is absolutely lovely. In fact, it's gorgeous. Okay, Dan, come downstairs. While you're filming, just film those steps. I mean, they are the most beautiful steps. I've seen on a boat in a long time. Come and have a little look down here. Now the first thing you'll notice is that isn't a real candle. You know how I can tell? Because look, no wax coming out. That's how I can tell. Right. Okay, so we've got the sofa seating to starboard, and then where Dan's staying with the camera, we'll show you in a second, we've got the galley. But Dan, if you come and join, well, don't join me yet actually. Look at the size of that window. And this windowsill, look at this massive windowsill. We've got cupboards up here as well, which are pretty cool, look. I won't open them all, but they're very nice. And this table is a work of art. Come and take a seat and we'll point out some other details. So you've got your TV, you've got this lovely fluted wood, and you've got the signature Fairline drinks cabinet. That's bright, isn't it? I'm sure we can tone those down if you want. And do you know what I like about this?
Go on.
The little shelf there.
For your remote.
For your remote controls and your phone. Put your phone there. You know, it's a nice little thing to do, isn't it? Right, so you're wondering what I'm doing down here, aren't you?
Yeah.
Well, down here, Dan, is the crockery.
Very nice.
And it's Fairline Yacht's Blue Lagoon. I must admit, I haven't heard of Blue Lagoon, but it sounds pretty good. It's nice. And while we're also down here, look at this table. And this table is a high-low. But look at the finish on that. And the button for it is up here. So you press this button, you can turn it into a dining table. I'm not going to, but you press that button. These little buttons here are the battery masters. Say hello to your mate outside. He's gone, there he is. Look, he's out. What's he doing in that boat out there? And then Dan, here we've got the trip switches, which we'll just leave there. But it's so clean, neat and spacious. I love it. So let's move on to the galley. Okay, so the galley's to port. It's just to the staircase, to the left of the staircase. We've got a nice sink, as you'd expect. You've got a fridge in here. We've got a hob. Got all the cupboards up here. And we've got a microwave oven and electric oven there. Can you see that, Dan? Yeah. And again, you've got this massive window with this opening port light. The other thing you've got is this book about tapas and other Spanish plates to share. I haven't had a beer yet either, which is included with every sale. Okay, so coming aft from the galley, you come into the aft cabin, and in here you've got two singles, which by lifting that across make into a double. This boat is fitted with the optional drawers, but I think I would stick with the standard, sock sofa, because I love testing sock sofas. But this one's got the extra storage, which has got loads of extra drawers. The TV there, that's the missus. And then you just pull this TV out, because you're wondering how you're going to watch it in bed, weren't you? You thought, how are you going to watch that TV? So it comes out there, and then Dan, if you just slide in there and just show them where they can look when you're watching TV in bed. I don't really watch TV in bed, but if that's what you want to do, you can. Now the other nice detail in here is a lovely wardrobe, which has got a nice little light in it so you can see your shirts. So remembering this is a Targa 40, it's two cabins and it's got one head. So this is a day head and it's the heads for both cabins. So this is the owner's cabin, which is at the bow. You have to move up to 45 feet, like the Targa 45, to get a mid-master. But there's still no corners cut in here, son. Come and have a little peek. So we've got the same super yacht quality that's fitted to all the other Fairlines, the Squadron 68, the new 58. Everything is the same quality, just shrunk down. And you've got a nice little Jack and Jill door here. We'll go in the heads in a second. I'll go in there in a second into the heads. You've also got a nice little vanity mirror for the missus there. A TV. High level cupboards up here, which go all the way around. And I just love the finishing. Look, can you zoom into those details by the bed? It's like a lovely kind of leather kind of weave, which is really, really nice to look at. And then, of course, over to your side, I won't open it, but there is a really deep wardrobe in there. Okay, so this is the bathroom. And if you come and join me in here, Fairline just keep on upping the ante. So really nice textures and finishes. Lovely sink, all the stainless ware, really big window. Again, lots of storage with lighting underneath. And a massive shower. Remember, this boat is 40 feet. I won't mess up the towels because the show opens shortly, but you can floss in here, no problem at all, son. It's really, really big. I was shocked actually how big this heads is for a 40-footer. Aren't you? It's nice, isn't it? Okay, Dan, come and see the bow. But be careful because it's a long way down, son. Look. Oh, Dan, I love this. Have you seen the size of the roof, Dan? That is a monster, isn't it? But anyway, look, I found a little seat. Come and look at the little seat. Tell Daz to cheer up, will you? Cheer up, son. You're only here for 10 days. Right, come and join me at the front. Do you know the other thing I checked? I checked to see if they'd put some decent anchor chain in. And do you know what? They have. They've actually put some stainless anchor chain, haven't they? It's nice, isn't it? Stainless anchor. And should we try the sunbed out? So Dan, you and your missus could be sat there. Me and my missus can be sat here sunbathing.
Who'd be at the helm?
Get one of the kids, eh? Give me that joystick, they just point and squirt, don't they? Loads of room. But do you know what else I've noticed?
Go on.
Just the detailing again. Cup holders, this is gel coat. Look at the lovely lighting, the stainless work on these rails, the cleats. Everything about this boat exudes absolute quality. Look at the single piece windscreen. Look at the size of the sunroof. And I've got one more thing I want to show you on the roof, which just bowled me over. So what do you think I'm going to talk about, Dan? You haven't got a clue, have you?
The arch.
Look how beautiful that radar arch is. Now, most manufacturers just get a bit of... Oh, here comes matey in the forklift, look. Look, he's Speedy Gonzales, look. All right, mate. Most manufacturers get a bit of stainless tube,
yeah.
and just bolt it on the roof with a few bits. Yeah. Fairline have made a beautiful moulding that holds the radar, the horns, the searchlight, the GPS. Just so much detail. And actually, while we're here, have a look in through that gap there. Look at that, and go. Just look backwards. Look at the cockpit. The cockpit is absolutely monster big. I love it. Okay, so now let's talk about the engines and the speed of this boat. So this boat can be fitted with the Volvo D6 340 horsepower, twin of course, which gives you about 32 knots, or you've got the D6 380s, which this one's fitted with, which will give you 35 plus knots, maybe near 40, but I don't think we've tested it yet, so we need to find out. You've got an engine hatch here, Dan, which is just a manual one. Oh, so you can just turn that, and if you just give me the camera, I'm not going to go in the engine room because I mean you've all seen Volvo engines before. There's the fuel tank. It's all very nice in there, but what I also like, this fender stowage there. Thought of everything. The other thing I like is, can you see this line here, Dan?
Yep.
You can press a button on the helm, and this whole section here. All right, mate. 1, 2. It's all the Sunseeker boys, isn't it? All right, mate. You press a button, and that lifts up there, so you can get right into the engine space. What do you think about that?
Very cool.
So we're doing a little summary of the Targa 40. This is the first time I've seen it, and when you come to the show, thousands of people will see this boat for the first time. My overall opinion and impression of this boat is space and quality. So it's not going to be the cheapest boat you'll ever buy, but it's going to be the best boat you'll ever buy. And the Fairline Targa 40 is an iconic model, and this new version of it does more than justice to the old model. It just blows socks off it, to be honest. And it's the kind of boat you really like to own. Now, we're going to be at the Düsseldorf show till the 28th of January, showing all you lovely people this boat. So come along and say hi. There's me, there's Dan, there's Darren, there's Charles, and my brother Nick will be here too. And that bloke's still doing that one too. But we've also, Dan, got the Phantom 65. We've got two Targa 45s, the GT and the Open. We've also got a massive poster. You seen that poster, Dan? I mean, that is big, isn't it? And then over there, you can see Dean. He's on the new Squadron 58. So what I'll try and do during the show, when it's a bit quieter later in the show, I'll try and do a little scoot around the other boats so you can see those. But in the meantime, I think a legend has met an icon, Dan, and that's not just me and you, is it? It's not just me and you. So come along and see this beautiful boat. It's a winner. Mate, what's he doing? I mean, how many times?
Don't you want to go down the pub?
I know, I want to go to the pub as well. But he said 1, 2, 10 times.
He's perfectionist like you.
Give over. He's still doing it.